We're delayed. It's we're more like 10, 20. So you're saying?
Gonna be delayed. I'm gonna be delayed. I don't know, what was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. Just we got good people that are part of our community, and here's the thing. I am so ridiculously thankful for this project. Like, what a ridiculous blessing, gift that we get to do this.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous, really. It's also even just ridiculous, like the beginning of this, thinking about what's going on in the world and the fact that it actually does affect us for real and affects a project we're working on is utterly surreal. So
absolutely, it's incredibly surreal. It's like
like my brain can't even process. I'm like, what are we doing? Anyways, I guess let me know whenever we're live.
We're live. We're streaming.
Oh, we're live. Okay.
We got Robert.
Hi, everybody.
We got the Silent Master himself. We got Tech 70, of course. We got Unity Bringer.
We got the Dream. The Dream is in here.
Is Unity Bringer a dream?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there it is. Unity Bringer. You bring the Unity.
You bring the dream of Unity. Actually, that's a Unity is a really good word for right now. Hey, isn't it? Like,
right now.
I mean, it's the platform that we're gonna build the party parrot in. It's the platform we're gonna build Moose in. Well, for the most part. I guess.
I thought you meant I thought you were talking about Unity. Like we need to be together.
No, I mean that too. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you talking about Unity as in the game engine too?
Yeah, both.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying it's a great word for right now. Thematically, it's the word. Hey, Quack, welcome.
It's better than Unreal.
Exactly. Let's face it. I want less Unreal and more real. Actually, even the conversation that was happening yesterday about the in progress 3D concepts, as the 3D is getting built for the parrot rooms, it's like. Yeah, I think that's the name of the game, is how do we make it real and less artificial, eh? That's kind of the name of the game at the moment, so...
It's interesting because there's two layers to that, because it's make it real in the sense of being physically more real, like 3D, but then also make it authentically real, as far as the vibe goes. Like when you come in... Yeah. Like we were talking about, you mentioned, where did you mention this, about bringing back the energy of the old school MMOs, which there's an innocence to it, and there's the
virtual world specifically, right?
I love talking about Club Penguin because Club Penguin was super authentic. It was that vibe.
But there was really also there was even a real charm to some of the knockoffs. I don't know if people realize, Pixie Hollow, they just decompiled Club Penguin. I don't know if you knew that, but it's still even then when it went live, it's still, even though it was a knockoff, it had its own thing and it became its own life and its own world. Anyways, hey Midnight, welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining us. I can't. It's funny. I don't why Discord is giving me blurry screen today. I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know. It's just there's something about the innocent charm, and I think that's why I really like working in the family friendly space. Even for the times when I consulted on preschool stuff. I did some consulting after Penguin in the preschool space, and it has that same kind of energy, where you're really you're getting it back to your core humanity. Something really cool about just innocent charm, fun. And yeah, let's work on that.
Yeah, and it's innocent in the sense that you can just in a preschool sense, come as you are, and we will find a way to let you and your authentic self shine within this tool set. So it's a preschool has a bunch of toys that are strategic, a good preschool that are strategically picked, so that kids can go in there and find their niche or find in a good preschool. I mean, there's a lot of preschools that don't do this, but yeah. Anyways, do you want to get this Stram started?
Yeah, let's start the stream. But before you do the intro music, I think could you cut to the slides? I think
Oh,
we need to acknowledge what's happening in the world first. So,
okay.
and then we can go to the intro fun
We
time.
go.
But I think
We're gonna just show. Okay, which
yeah.
this one. Hey guys.
All right. Hey guys.
Hold on,
So
you're frozen. You're frozen here.
am I frozen?
Yeah. Not like yeah. There we go.
Not like the Madonna song when my heart's not open or something,
Yeah.
or Let It Go. I won't subject you to me singing Let It Go again.
Yeah. Don't do it. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, so just I think it's a really I just want to say we've got a little bit of a dedication. I'm going to dedicate this stream to our friends in the Ukraine. And actually, this is a very delicate time in society. And this is the time to be really careful about what you share on social media because in a time of war, any kind of military misinformation, you don't want to get out there. So I just want to acknowledge this, and the reason why I'm making this part of the stream. Welcome, Shasko. Welcome, Midnight. Hey, Ribo. I just saying hi. I hadn't said hi to you guys yet. One thing that you probably don't know is that our UX team is in the Ukraine, folks. So the crazy part about this thing that's happening right now with the Ukraine being invaded, some might say, act of peacekeeping. Um, Whatever you want to call it, let's call it what it is. There's a bit of an invasion. So um, I just want you to all put out your prayers, positive vibes, etc., to our friends in the Ukraine who are doing an amazing job with the UX design. And obviously, with what's happening right now, they're impacted by that. So they're looking for safe spaces for them to hang out. I've seen, folks on the internet who are looking for safe spaces right now in the
Mm-hmm.
midst of war. So, just to anyone who's affected in the
Yeah.
whole in Europe, our hearts are completely with you. And I think just as a celebration of that, I wanted to just because I don't want to dwell on this stream and sit in the uncertainty and the gloom and the doom. Because we really want to celebrate the fun. We're trying to get back to creating a wholesome, fun virtual world where we can be united. And so, in doing that, I think the best thing we could possibly do is dedicate this stream to them.
Mm-hmm.
So this stream is dedicated to our UX team, and I want to showcase some of the excellent work they're doing. And I would really appreciate the chat, you guys supporting us
Yes.
in supporting them. So if you wouldn't mind just jumping into the next slides before we go into intro music or craziness, let's
Let's do
just
it.
celebrate them
Let's just
first. Like
celebrate
forget
them.
our Moose and Polo theme song and all that, and the great Dialga track. Let's
Yeah,
put that on hold
and
now
also
and
like
let's show
the
stuff.
yeah, same thing with all the remixing stuff. We're shifting a little bit today to create just starting it out and let's just create a good positive energy for our friends for part of the team, the Moose and Polo team. Like they're there right now, so let's celebrate
Mm-hmm.
them.
So here we go. So avatar customizers. So one of the things that we talked about is we really wanted to bring out some life. So here's some explorations of making the UI just have like we want to keep it minimal. So the art is up in lights. We really want to celebrate the art. And look at this, like our team in the Ukraine has been looking at all the art that you guys have
Mm-hmm.
been making. So you can see actually up in the top left of your screen, we actually have live EMI drawing. So for the first time in the stream, we have a third part of the stream. It's the Moose and Polo and EMI and UX team. You know, we're going to celebrate the UX team together, the three of us and the rest of the chat. So we're bringing a little bit of the personality into the interface. So one thing you'll notice is we've got like we still want the art to be the focus, but we still want the UX to have a little bit of its own like yeah, we want to use sort of a material design industry standard UI stuff. But what can we do that really makes just that little slight nudge into uniqueness? And so what we stumbled upon is just some less obvious shapes. If you
Mm-hmm.
look at most UX, a lot of times with actually sorry UI, not UX, but with UI, a lot of stuff ends up like square boxes, rounded corner rectangles or
Mm-hmm.
circles. It's literally one of those three shapes. And we said, what if we just didn't do those shapes? What if we sort of tried to bring out a little bit more of like different types of shapes, little corners, little blobs, little like sort of, you see there's kind of almost like oblongy egg shaped
It's
stuff
so
going on
awesome.
as well, right?
It's so
So
cool.
yeah, we're leaning towards more of the second option, Unity.
Hmm.
So that's actually kind of the same one. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna try different executions along the piece. So if you want to go to the next one, here's taking some of those ideas into this is what our Ukrainian friends have been designing, and we're so appreciative of their work. So
It's
this is
gorgeous.
basically an
It's absolutely
example.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
They're
and
so
that they've
talented.
really tried to bring
Yeah.
in. They're super talented, and they tried to bring in like that sense of delight. And we've added this kind of like, obviously on mobile, you probably not see the hand too
Yeah.
often, or the sort of the pointer wing hand. It's Imai did a great job on like a quick like hand. We wanted to try that
What
sort
did
of like
Imai do
pointer
that
finger.
hand?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
it's an
great
Imai.
job.
Well, the nice thing is it's like it's a hand wing, so it's like a wing hand,
I
or
love that.
it's like, isn't it
It, it
great?
it it
'Cause
goes well with like the oblong shapes and stuff. It
Mhm.
reminds me of like something that's more organic. You know what I mean? Like nature doesn't have the
Yeah,
perfect shapes like that. Like if
perfectly straight lines. Yeah.
yeah, it's I really love it. It's really man, there's such a talented team. So
Oh yeah, and like check out like if you go to the next slide, some of these two. So a little bit more of the avatar customizer as we're exploring it deeper. So some of the earlier concepts you saw there. So this is keeping on with those concepts, and you can see this is sort of like the layer skipping. It's like okay, I want to look at the feet, I want to look at vehicles, I want to pick one of Midnight's cool backgrounds. And if you go to the next slide, this is kind of what they're still continuing to explore different bits. So if you go to the next one, it's this is like picking your color, right? So this idea of like, okay, I've got my parrot, but maybe I could switch to a moose. Huh?
oh,
Ah,
what
ah,
is that?
ah. So there's like a little like avatar switcher on the top left. So
Where
obviously
is
we're
it?
not
This
working
one?
on
Top
it's
left?
very, very subtle. It's like see it just beneath the parrot, there's like that little like parrot body
Wait, are we
shape
on
and
the
it's got
right
a little
thing?
drop down.
Oh,
Yep.
in the top. Sorry, top left. I'm
Yeah.
looking up
Sorry.
top here.
Sorry. So look at the bottom. And
Oh,
that's the top left of the bottom nav. So basically
whoa.
here's this thing where you could like switch between your avatar and then dress up whatever avatar you currently are using. So this is what so spoiler alert,
Oh,
we're
call
gonna
out.
figure out we're gonna figure out a way to like kind of mix avatars. So I just thought like this was kind of a surprise I was gonna keep for a
We
little while.
literally, yeah, we
But you know what?
honestly,
We're doing this for Ukraine. We're
yeah,
spoiling the surprise for the Ukraine. That's
honestly,
what we're
yeah,
doing
we
here.
before the stream, Polo and I talked. There's like, this is the reason why I'm not doing remixes. Everything, our hearts are just like,
Hmm.
yeah, there's like a general heaviness, and we talk
Yep.
a lot about how amazing the Ukrainian team is, and we're just thinking whatever. Let's like literally 15 minutes before we went live, like let's just do it. Let's just show
Yeah,
it.
like
Let's
we
celebrate
were
these
literally
guys.
pasting in stuff like beforehand. So
Yeah,
uh,
so
we just inserted this section in front of like the Deck 70 from Tech 70.
yeah, because I
So,
know that
anyways, yeah.
the internet can be a bit dehumanizing. Is
Hmm.
that the word right now?
Hmm.
Especially when we're looking
Well,
at
especially
stats
when
and we're
there's like
looking at news.
troll and bot
Yeah,
farms and nonsense.
and we just want to just say, hey, there's real people doing amazing work in the Ukraine that we are directly connected to. We're doing whatever we can to show support. But as
Hmm.
far as the Moose and Polo community, all of us, we just want to show like they're
Hmm.
looking at this. They're watching everything that you guys are doing, and they're pulling
And
influence
and
from
they're
our community.
literally all of the screens, like you'll see this. I mean, sometimes they mix up names, right? So you had like, hey, there's Jitter Muffin, but it's Polly's
Yeah,
avatar. Whatever. But anyways, all of these, they're basically all of the art, all of the requests, they're all ending up in
yeah,
the UX screens as we're designing it. So that's basically our Ukraine team is really looking at you. So they're
yeah.
really part of this community.
They are part of
So.
the community, 100%. And so, yeah. And honestly, like if there's any, I know that it's might be hard to like what can we do? Like what can we do in this situation? So if there's any like expression is a really powerful thing, right? So like show of support, even if it's like drawing the Ukrainian flag, anything that we can do as a community to just like send our hearts out to there. Obviously, it's uncertain, like even where they're at right now. But like, yeah, we'd be happy to we would love to spread some of the love out to the team. So, yeah, yeah, that's that.
All right. So
none of this is planned ever. So we're just trying
well, that was, we just wanted to start it off with that, and I think now we're ready to. Should we get into the intro theme start now that we've got that sort of prelude?
Yeah.
You put on the intro theme song, and maybe I can go to the bathroom.
Okay, here we go.
I'll be right back.
Wait, let's just pretend that we weren't doing that. Okay, should we start the stream? Let's start the stream. Let's do it. Here we go.
You are now watching the Goose and Polo Show.
Yay! Sorry for the update.
Exciting place on the internet. Take it away, guys.
Yay! Very cool. All right, I'm feeling more Taz 1000. So here we are. As you can see, we're slowly getting to change the format, the visual style of the stream to be a little bit less chaotic, a little bit less crazy. Yeah, let's just do this until Polo shows up. Yeah, it's heavy times, feeling all the heaviness. The best thing we can do right now is just try to send love and send positivity and send hope. And like I said, if you guys are wanting to put out some art or something showing solidarity, showing our support, please send it our way. We will do our best to get it out to the community or get it out to the team in Ukraine. Am I quiet? What about now? Is that better? Check. Yeah, we're playing around with the format of to be a little bit less chaotic. I was talking to we were talking about the stream this week, and how I really don't have that much time to dedicate to it. The visuals. Am I too quiet? Really? Am I too? Is it just me? Is this better now? Is this better? Test. I have a little bit of a new audio interface. Twitch money. Check. Oh, there he is.
That's my voice. Am I too shouty?
No, I think it's just me. Okay. Oh, there's Mika. So, yeah. So we were just talking about how big part of my creative process when I'm doing designing After Effects projects or something, it always starts with chaos and then refining chaos. So it's like it. And
that's anybody's creative process.
And so I always just throw everything at the wall, and then whatever sticks is the direction that I head in. That's why there's a lot of my music videos have a contained chaos kind of style to it. I just haven't been able to get there with this stream. So it's the aesthetics of the stream is pretty much just spaghetti on the wall. It's just we haven't left the chaos. So thankfully this week I've especially with everything that's going on in the Ukraine, I just really don't want to add to any. I don't want the Moose and Polo show. We don't want the Moose and Polo show to add any more chaos to the internet right now. So it's yeah.
I mean, even just by us being live, we're gonna add our flavor of chaos, anyways. I mean, I just speak for myself. I'm chaotic as it stands anyway. So we're gonna add some chaos. It's just a question of, we're gonna tone down our usual chaos to yeah.
Yeah. So
hope everyone's doing great in the chat.
So let's just do this. So right now, this is kind of where we're at with the new format. Still has remnants of the old chaos, but it's a little bit more contained. Again, we're gonna try to refine this a bit more as we go. But for now, this is kind of where we're at. We got some more chat space up here, so we can see more people talking. We really wanted to make this like a community first show. It's always been the case, and so as you can see, we're smaller now. Look how teeny Polo is. Polo's now teeny tiny compared to before. And yeah, it's all about you guys. So we're gonna just like slowly work on getting you guys in the stream every week. Imai has some really awesome frames that we're working on. I'm not sure if Imai, if you've called out yet to the community, but we want to do like have all of your signatures kind of like on the frames, kind of like signing a cast. That's kind of the idea that we're working on. Hey, actually, speaking of Imai, you're on the stream. Can you show us your concept arts right now for the frames of the stream? Because now we have a format where we have Imai's live Twitch live stream in this streamception. So we can actually
Streamception.
So we can
Stramception.
Yeah, I think the Imai and Moose show last week worked out pretty well, so we can actually have that in the show. Here we go. Can you? There it is. Okay, wait. See, I cropped in here. There we go. Nice. So it's something like that. That's kind of cool. So the whole idea, these are like the beginning workings of this frame. So it has like we have like the colors here. Now this is kind of like a nice, like, yeah, there we go, see? And then what we can get is to have your guys' signatures just like all around the side, smaller. So as time goes on, you just submit a signature, and then Imai will add it, and we'll update the stram with all your lovely community signatures here. So yeah, let us know if you like
Stramagraphs.
Stramagraphs. So
Stramagram. I don't know.
So
I'm tired.
Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, so there we go. Let's go back. Now let's go to the slides, you guys. I'm gonna change up some music.
What day is it? It's the 25th. It's Friday. Field Friday. Hey. I've let Field Friday die. I don't know if you've noticed that we've been streaming on Field Fridays.
Well, we start
airing on Moose Monday.
Mandatory Moose Mondays. You're right. That's where we get it kicked off, but we're just busy.
We're pretty flexible about Fridays, you know. Here at Field Friday, we're flexible about whether we have a Field Friday or not. But we're flexible. Yeah, we're flexible with the stram.
It's not mandatory. However, Moose Mondays are mandatory across the board.
Please check in at the time clock. You need a time clock game, like punch card.
That's a really good idea.
I'm in. Did you ever have to do that at a job? I guess you didn't, because you. Okay, so I had a job eons ago where I had to actually. It was a physical time card. I would have to go in and like swipe a card. I'd be like, okay, here's my card. Shoop.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it was something else. And it would go, you would lock clocked in at this time and this minute. Second.
I had my worst job ever. I cleaned up I cleaned my first job. I think I might have had to do that. I had to clean up a meat department at Cooper's Foods.
Ooh.
It was dirty. It was terrible. A lot of blood splattering in my face. It was like a horror movie.
This is all the stuff that we depend on, you know. Like if people eat meat, then you know those jobs are required, right?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Hey, something we forgot to do. Because, you know, we're a little bit off the rails in different ways today, but I want to talk about the stream today. I want to address the stream, everybody here. Who we got here? Let's give some shout outs in the comments. We got the Twitch Bunny. We got Midnight Aurora here. We got Polly.
I saw my buddy Shasko in there. If Shasko's still there. Hey, Shasko.
Awesome. We got Mika. Welcome, Mika. We know who you are.
Robert.
We got
Robert Salent.
We got Chileo the frog.
Hey, Chai. Welcome. Chai. And I saw also, actually, spoiler, we got JD, our art director. I saw him a second ago.
JD. Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Maybe
you guys will meet soon. I just said to him, I was like, hey, because you do this. I'm like, you gotta share your herp with the parrot or the penguin chat.
Would
in
you
the
look
Discord.
at that?
Yeah, yeah. We got Imai.
Hey.
We got. Oh, there
Hey,
he is.
Imai.
Hey. All right, JD. I want to meet you. I've heard all about you. Heard great things.
I already promised that you would be happy to creatively jam with Johnny, so I hope you don't mind that.
I love creative jams. It's like my favorite.
Yeah,
thing.
man.
Yeah. It's my bet. If I could just creative jam all the day, every day, and not do any work and just jam, yeah, that's what I would do. But you gotta work. You gotta work. That's what you gotta do. Okay. Oh, we got Dialga in the house. Welcome everybody.
Oh, I gotta try and I don't know. Tech, did we get? I don't know if Tech's probably busy, but
Yeah.
we got a new version of the dance track from Dialga, so I gotta try and get that in the slide somewhere.
Send that to me. If it's a YouTube video, I'll just loop it in the background. It's a good track.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I sent you the MP4, and here's a link.
Okay, let's do this. MP4? What? A link? What? Where is it?
Yeah,
is
we're
it
a
in
link.
the
Whatever you
Discord?
want.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it on loop. Let's check it out. This is what it. Oh, look at this. I have a browser. Look at. We can just see it in the browser.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you can.
It's funny. I talked about this last time. I don't use this YouTube account for anything. This is a Moose and Polo YouTube account, and we don't watch YouTube videos. So this is what YouTube algorithm is scrambling to figure out what we like. So
we don't have enough cookie data.
It's like,
what do we show?
So it's like looking. It's like, okay, what does it want us to like? It's interesting. It's like the AI is just like, what about this? What about this? Although surprisingly, it probably knows us better than. Like just from like a couple of clicks, it's probably just like, we know you better than anybody else knows you. Look at peaceful, relaxing music. That's what I like. But mostly,
Welcome to the Metaverse. We have cookies that track you. They're creepy cookies. Actually, that's what we should draw, is like creepy cookies that just walk around with you. Like
that's a funny idea for like a villain. Just like these cookies.
Yeah, you know who would be really good at drawing like creepy cookies to draw around?
I know exactly. Who would be good at that.
Maybe the cookies are chasing the Fartland creatures. What are the broccoli guys called?
Broccoli guys. That's blurst art if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
This is good music. I agree. I'm gonna let this vibe out through the stream. It's like, it is sweet. By the way, did you guys know that you could do this? Boop. Click that loop, and then you can just like have a looping video. It's pretty awesome.
Other fun fact is the 1.25 speed. That's my favorite. I love the 1.25 speed because I can like, if I got some sort of boring, well, not boring, but informative content that they're a little slow with the voice, just pick it up a bit. Just put it on 1.25.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo when it comes to like purity of source material. So it's like sometimes when I'm it works, sometimes work doesn't if I'm in a rush, but sometimes I like to hear it in the moment.
Should we get into this?
Let's do it. Okay,
next slide.
Here
Let's
we go.
do it.
Starring our amazing community and these dads. I'm TechDeck70. Oh man, if we can get Tech70 to rebrand to TechDeck70, man, and then get a little tiny skateboard, that'd be pretty awesome. Tech Deck. Oh, that's sweet. You remember Tech Decks? Did you ever play with those? Like the tiny little skateboards? Like, you don't remember those? They're called Tech Decks. Do you guys remember Tech Decks?
I'm a senior citizen. I might as well be a granddad.
Oh, these are like 90s toys. You should totally know Tech Decks, I think. I used to make when I was like 10, I used to take these tiny little skateboards into like the kitchen sink and treat it like a half pipe. I'm like, woo, do tricks and stuff. Tech Decks.
Nice.
Tech Deck 70. And then we got Dialga, 5-star chef. Actually, we'll soon see that the bunny is the best chef here. I don't know what that means. Again, these slides are they're new to me. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so what do we have here? We have some.
Oh, we got some best of the Strom.
So we'll do this best of the Strom.
The Strom.
Let's see. Question: is there going to be some type of snowball feature?
We're gonna figure out a projectile. If you got suggestions for projectiles, go ahead. Oh, I've frozen.
Okay, that's a good one. It's a good clip. I wonder what the criteria is for these best of clips. Here we go. This was fun. I made like a time-lapse song. Okay, this is a time-lapse. Here we go. Here we go. Doesn't that feel like time is moving real fast here? It does. Oh, no! Shoot. Okay. And then clip 3. This is what happened last stream. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. This is... Hold on a second. I think this is us reviewing. I think this is us reviewing last week's stream. So this is us reviewing last week. Us reviewing. Last
you wanted Streamception.
But this
you
is
got
us.
it.
This is us reviewing
What do the kids
last.
call it these days? Meta?
Oh, good. I found my shopping cart.
This is like 2 streams
It's
ago.
a Meta book?
Is this 3 streams
Yeah,
ago?
I love it. We should just stream the reacting stream to the reacting of the
There we
stream.
go.
It was the best of the stream, which was the best of the stream, which was
Yeah.
the best of the stream.
And then it just becomes the best stream. I mean, eventually we'll get to the ultimate best stream. How many streams it takes to get there, who knows? But yeah, that was. Every time that happens, it makes my. It's just like, ugh, makes my head spin a little bit. Okay, next, here we go. We got those best of. Oh, there's 2 best ofs. Oh, thanks, Cecilian, for the clips. Thank you, Cecilian. You rule. Today's show, what do we got going on? We got a revamped live stream, season 42, something like that. 3D
Welcome to
Parrot
season
party
42.
Rooms. Yeah, we got 3D Parrot party rooms, which is super exciting. I haven't even seen some of these. It's like a super special thing to see.
Nice.
Huh?
That's nice. I didn't realize you haven't seen them yet. That's great.
I haven't, and I love the whole workflow here, where we got the community and we got the incredibly talented Freya to do these beautiful renditions of these rooms that then inspire a whole different team. It's like a really nice, it's a really awesome workflow.
Well, it's awesome because it's also there's this interpretation, like, what did you mean by this? And then you can see where people are like, I don't really understand what you're going for with that. So you have this kind of like interpretation layer that happens where it's like, was this supposed to be bent over this way? What plant was this supposed to be? You know, it's like lots of discovery that comes out.
It's feeding through. It's like we're creating a fractal, right? So it's like we're building off the structure of the past. It's really cool.
Would you look at that?
Okay, then we got your awesome igloos, and we got the community's amazing creative work. All right, let's move it on. Let's go. Let's start with your creative Twitch submissions.
Let's check out some art.
Let's do it. So, wait, what is this? Our first cooking show? Our first cooking show
Awesome.
is brought to you by
I love it.
Dialga and Tech's Vietnamese restaurant. Our dessert specialty is Ban Da. I'm so sorry. Mung bean pastry. I shouldn't try to pronounce that. So that's
our
the thing that I
apologies
thought
to
was...
all of our Vietnamese friends because our pronunciation is we never spoke Vietnamese.
And then that's
let's just say
apparently
mung bean pastry.
Yeah, that's what apparently this butter is. This is what I think. I'm still convinced you're just eating just straight butter and calling it something, but we'll find out. So we have the community's first cooking show. This is awesome. I directed a cooking show.
I'm excited that thank you Midnight for recruiting a chef. We needed another chef in the community, so thank you for joining us, Bunny.
Thank you. This looks amazing. It looks delicious. And then we also have a 5-star chef who burnt pizza. That looks amazing. Okay, so our cooking show's winner, the bunny. Oh, there was a competition.
What? I love the pizza. Come on, Dialga pizza.
My pizza's burnt. Look at how the hat is like the back of it. It's like kind of floating on top of Dialga's head. It's pretty good. Let's see this. I'm just gonna give you a nice close up. What is going on here? That is weird. And the winner, Tech Semi, suggested I submit the chocolate hearts I made for Valentine's Day. Pictured are my milk chocolate and white chocolate hearts, as well as a few Valentine's Day decorations in the background. Making chocolate is really tough, isn't it? Don't you have to like it's not just like melting chocolate and reshaping it. It's this whole process, so it's really awesome. What else we got? Congratulations to our first cooking show winner, the bunny. How are we deciding on winners?
I don't. Tech 70 is the criteria.
All right, Tech 70.
Criteria 70.
Criteria 70. Congratulations to our first cooking show winner, the bunny. They will receive a free 1 month supply of bung bean pastry.
Would you look at that?
Okay.
It's time for the Mooseland update.
No.
It's party.
No.
Oh.
There we go.
No. Yeah.
What do we have here? This is awesome. I've been looking at this on the Discord. I love Dialga. Your style is so cool. A Dialga parrot and Palkia Moose cosplay. What are these guys? Are these Pokemon?
Pokemon. So it's Pokemon, like Pokemon mashed up with parrots.
Mhm.
Parrots and moose.
Oh, that's awesome. Maybe these can be items someday. That's so cool.
I guess, okay, so you can tell me in the chat, Dad's gonna ask a dad dumb question. These are the legendary Pokemon in Diamond and Pearl and Shining Diamond and Shining Brilliant. Whatever, right? Yeah? That's okay. I'm Dad. You guys can correct me in the chat. As you were. Carry on.
Is it right? Is it right? I don't know anything.
Dream says yes, so I'll go yes. Cool. Okay. Thank you.
They look cool. That's all I can tell. Dialga parrot, and so yeah, during the breaks at school, I got bored and decided to practice to draw outfits and costumes of existing characters just for fun. Awesome. It's just a sketch for now, and I'm thinking to do a digital version of it. I might have an update. I might have to update the proportions. Apologize if the moose looks weird with the legs. Yeah, kinda, but it's a WIP, work in progress. It's awesome. Another remix of a remix of a remix example. I love the idea behind the costume. Oh, sorry. Where did love? I inserted the word love in that sentence for some reason.
You got love on the brain.
I do. We need more love these days. The idea behind the costume came from random artists on my Twitter timeline 2016 who designed Pokemon as Club Penguin costumes and from another franchise. Sadly, I forget the usernames to track them back. Also attached the post reference as comparison. So that is super, super, super cool. And I think there's like a self-awareness here that I really like, and I think we should all model, is understanding where our ideas come from, right? There's a baked-in humility that can come out of it. So if you can trace your influences and understand like what is motivating you to draw and create, it's like almost a bit of a superpower, because you can how to like push and pull like what your influence is, what influences you're pulling from, and then down the line,
and when you're too close. Like if you know it really well, like I know Samurai Pizza Cats and Gonberry Goemon are some of my like sort of, I guess, childhood teenage influences that I love and am inspired by, and that's kind of where when I was drawing, that's what I would draw. I would draw Samurai Pizza Cats all the time. But I knew it, right? And you start in a place, and you know where you branch out from, right? Like,
yeah. If you were to only see my influences, it would all make sense. My main influence is Syriac, like for my animation style, and I love it. And it's very technical, and yeah, that's where it comes from. But there's you figure out how to kind of forge your own path within it. So next, by Midnight Aurora. Here's a Midnight Aurora's art style again. I love it. I can see it a mile away. It's amazing, super distinct. Wanted to share some art of mine, so I'm sharing my favorite magic horse art. That's awesome. Beautiful. The colors are amazing. You're super, super good with colors.
I love all the like. Also love that you're using contrast as well. So you have your purple the background, but then your foreground pops. Never underestimate the power of using the color wheel. Fun little tip for you artists is I generally recommend color.adobe.com, because then you can go, okay, I've got a blue foreground and I want it to pop. It's no coincidence that every Michael Bay movie poster, like Armageddon to Transformers, is blue and orange, blue and orange, blue and orange, blue and orange.
Contrast.
All the foreground characters are orange, background's blue. Or it's the opposite, but most of the time it's like super blue background, orange poppy thing up the front. So it goes pop, I see this in the background. Use that to your advantage. Like if I were to offer you a suggestion for your pony, it's like, your rainbow pops and your character doesn't pop as much because the character is blending into the color of the background. So if you really want to make your character pop vibrantly, you can pick a completely contrasting color on the opposite side of the color wheel. If you're going with something where you want them to feel like sort of complementary, Adobe Colors is great for that. It's free. You can just go on. It's a web tool. You can go, okay, I've got this kind of purple hue. I want some things that are like, I don't want it to necessarily vibrantly pop. I want it to be kind of a little bit closer so that you see the character, can focus on it. Or maybe you just want to, maybe you want something that blends right in. But you can use that as a jumping off point.
By the way, you said pony, and this is clearly a magic horse. So I don't know where you heard pony in all this, but this is what I'm seeing is a magic horse. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Just
I
Make that
apologize.
very clear, because I think you might have crossed some lines in the magic horse community.
Sorry, magic horse community.
It's okay. What are these? What is this? Oh,
you know what? We
move on.
We need a magic horse on a Segway. Where's the magic horse on the Segway?
I'm gonna start calling anything that like any pony's a magic horse now. I just like that so much better.
I think the Deck 70 is telling us to move on.
I think so. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is cool. I haven't seen this. Holy smokes. There is an online world-like website called Ponytown. It's a huge chat room where you can make a pony, deer, or moose. Yeah, careful. And walk around and talk. I thought it could be fun for online meetups if everyone created a character with moose antlers attached. A moose that I created using to the website. That's so cool. I love that.
It's super cool. That like Ponytown is really interesting, but there's like I've seen awful stuff on Ponytown. So as cool as the tool is, just again, be careful. I'm not going to advertise Ponytown because I think they one thing I really love that they've done is they've kept it super simple. And they've not cared about the rules of like, well, this layer doesn't work with this layer, and this layer doesn't work with this layer. They're like, whatever. Design what you want. Yeah. And there's a real power in that. If somebody wants to make something cursed and derpy, let them. You shouldn't put rules on that. Let people make weird combinations of things. That's the magic.
Totally.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Before we move on, I think we have to acknowledge this. What is Imai making? Because we see this chat in the top corner. Or this window, and we're seeing
it's not zoomed in enough. Imai, you need to zoom in closer to the apple. Like I want the apple to take up the whole screen.
Yeah, I want the apple to be my
No, that's zooming out. You need to zoom in, right in on the apple.
Oh wait, hey,
Yeah, right in.
Yeah.
Apple.
Look at
apple.
Look at that. I want you to zoom in until we can see some aliasing there. I want to see some like, rasterizing.
Well, you won't see. I don't think you will with the way that Animate works. I don't think it ever does. Like,
I mean, let's just see how deep we can go. There it is.
Yeah.
Hey, can you zoom out? Okay. Let's just see what you're drawing right now. Can you zoom out? I want to see.
I'm sorry, I was just trolling you.
Aw, mew mew. Can you please? Oh, that's the OWO. Zoom out.
She's gone right into the black eye.
It's party parrot time.
Zoom out.
Let's check. It's party parrot time. What do you got? You ready? Let's check us out.
There it is. Wow. What is this?
Nice.
That's beautiful. That's some good stuff.
Playing with the hot spring room.
Wow. Amazing. What else? Hey, stream. What should we add in this? Hey, chat. What should Imai put in there for fun for the stream? First comment gets it. First comment. Who can comment an idea for Imai to draw right now gets in as an Easter egg into this room. Frog. Do a frog.
Chai wins.
Chai wins. Oh, a giraffe would have been cool. A banana. Dang. Can you draw a frog real quick somewhere and hide it?
There we go. You got all your requests. They're all queued up.
Yeah. Can you do it?
All right.
Draw a frog. I want to see the frog. I'm gonna challenge Imai. Imai is a perfectionist, like me. So I just want you to not do a sketch first. Just draw a frog. Just like first drawing. You don't even do a sketch. Make it green. Just draw a frog. It's my challenge to you. I wonder what is anybody watching the Imai? Because Imai's like providing commentary on our stream right now. So there's streamception going on right now. So this is a one-way conversation. There we go. You can't redraw. You can't. No. Oh.
No. Perfectionism.
You can't redraw anything.
Poor Imai. Oh man. There was I don't know, okay, so back in the day when we had the Club Penguin support team, I don't know if you remember this, Moose, but we had like, remember it was like you had these sort of round tables of computers, and so you'd have like sort of how many people at a table? It'd be like sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 people around a table. So you'd have these like little clusters, little islands of computers, of the PSRs, replying to your emails when you were, say 10 years old and writing an email and saying, hey, my Puffle's named as Stinky Pants. Isn't that cool? And then we would write you back and say, that's awesome. I love that your Puffle name is Stinky Pants. We'd have, remember the team leaders would like hover around like there was this weird thing, and then remember the one guy had the shirt that said I hover because I care.
Right.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
I've always wanted that as like an item, because I was like, that shirt was like my pet peeve. It's like, why do you have that as a shirt? Anyways, I think it was his like sort of running joke that was
hovering.
Anyways. I don't know why it made me think of that, but for some reason that's what. So I think it's because like when I'm writing, there's no way I want someone hovering over me. So like we're kind of doing.
We're
that
hovering.
To
Sorry, Imai.
That's what came to mind.
Yeah, sorry, Imai. You can use the undo button. Yeah, we're not.
Moose hovers because he cares.
I hover because I care. Also, just to give you context, I've talked with Imai a lot, and while they do their drawings, and they are. There it is. Hey, you erased the frog. You can. Oh, there it is. That's a cute frog. It's okay. You can draw over it if you want. Yeah.
Club Froggy.
Beautiful. See, this is like, I just wanted you to know that like, your art is amazing, even if you don't do 50 versions of it. I just love your first draft. But I also love the 50th
and also you got to remember, it's part of the creative process. Yes. Is like, you'll have times when you have 50 and you have to, because that's how you get to a Marvel movie. You don't get to a Marvel movie by first draft. It's not the first screenplay you write that ends up being produced as a very expensive film, right? Like, you don't just go, oh yeah, my first draft, here it is, cool. Like, you iterate a lot. Yeah. But you don't want to bog down the first draft by thinking, oh, it's got to have this and the rules and the thing, it's got to you just get it out, and then the next revision could just get it out. You go to bed, wake up again.
Totally.
There's the thing I drew this pony magic horse. I'm gonna go and revisit my magic horse.
Okay, so before we move on, thanks Imai for drawing the frog. We'll come back and check on you a little bit later, but there we go. The frog, the scene is a frog. Okay, so move on. What are we doing here? By Afroclawd. Okay, I've been listening to Deltron 3030 a ton recently, and one of the songs, What Is This Loneliness, stuck out a ton to me. Wanted to draw the kind of vibe the song gave off, and this is what I got. It's kind of hard to see because I think that intentionally they're trying to make it really dark. I'm gliding through the atoms. What is this loneliness feeling? Oh, what is it? What do we have here? Would it be a faux pas?
It said planets.
Planets, and we had like some smoke, and then there's like a little explosion down here. Great composition. That's really awesome. Beautiful. And this is Deltron 3030. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, lots of. I mean, it's. I think Deltron is Cool Keith. So I mean, explicit parental warning advice.
I didn't know that. Okay, by Static Shovel. Okay, this was fun. Business Goose. Here to
I like it. I'm trying to figure out if is Static like misspelling the misspell on purpose. That's what I've been trying to figure out, because you know how you have business with one S. I think he's like modified that to be boysness with two S's, but then the I in the wrong spot. I'm like, I don't know. Let's roll with it. It's the boysness Goose.
Boysness.
I don't know how you pronounce that. Boys?
I just think it's pretty hilarious that is it Mandarin that is the word for like penguin, is business and Goose. So like when we stumbled on this last stream, when we we're just like, oh, like business, I think somebody misheard one of us saying business moose and thought it was business goose, and like, oh, that's kind of funny. And then I just like searched for it, and it's like very commonly like, yeah, business goose is penguin. It's like a meme on the internet, and people just love the fact that in Mandarin business goose means penguin. And I just thought that was like, I just lost my mind last week when I found that out.
I've yet to
You have yet to what? Verify it?
I was gonna say I was gonna verify it but the problem is like I can't get back into my WeChat, so I can't message my friends that live in China because I've locked out of my WeChat. They tried to like when they were here, they tried to like unlock my account for me, because with WeChat you have to like have a person verify that you're not a bot or something. It's really bizarre. It's a very interesting UX, but anyways, I can't get in, so I can't message them.
Oh, dang.
I'll have to drop them an email.
Well, from my little bit of internet Google research, apparently it's a thing. Well,
hey,
actually, I did some.
Wikipedia says it's true.
Well, I did some Google Translate, and technically the symbol, like, because there's two. So like, if I to do like, let's just go to the browser, do some Google search here, because I can do this now. Was like. Yeah, so it's like these are the two things. It's like that's a symbol for business, that's a symbol for goose. And then it's business goose. But this, I did some translating, that actually means enterprise.
The thing is, it totally, like, there's pronunciation involved. Like, the same symbol can be used for multiple things, and it's all about inflection. Yeah. Again, this is purely naive. I barely know much. So
I just think it's really hilarious because, like, the character business moose is so close to business goose, and if we're thinking of like having worlds like party parrot, which is like flightless birds in this kind of world, I just think it's hilarious that like business goose could be be a penguin. It's like we're doing everything but penguins, but it still is.
It's just like meta.
I know. I just when you like kind of get
or
into
Facebook.
Oh,
Facebook.
don't even. I used to love the word meta. I used to identify as meta. And then Facebook identified as Meta.
It's kind of hard when it just gets adopted, but anyways,
it's kind of a weird thing to say. I identify as Meta. Oh, original creations, welcome. Yes, please send in your stuff. Anything that you create. We believe in the power of creativity. So, yeah, just like whatever's in your mind, whatever makes you like feel better.
Whatever you want shared in the stream.
Yeah.
We will share it. We're gonna share it if you submit it. If you don't submit it, we won't share it. So if you want it shared in the stream, use the submit.
Newsompolo.com/submit.
Yeah. It helps Tech and I, because then we don't have to like go digging. It saves a lot of digging. So
yeah, totally.
Thank you.
And we want to celebrate your creativity, right? Because I know that for me, figuring out a creative process and finding a style, it's like helped me with a lot of like anxiety and issues that I have in my life. So you're not just like working, it's an amazing thing to have is like a creative process. And so we want to, whatever we can do to help aid you guys on that journey of discovering your creative process or enhancing your creative process. Yeah, we would love to do it. And that's kind of what we want to do here in this community. I will happily invest in these products and sell them to players of the Moose and Polo game. Honk. The stream is brought to you by our valued investor, Business Goose Static Shovel. Yay.
Thank you, Thank you, Business Goose.
Oh, boys.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's
business.
Business. Okay, here we go. Creative igloos. This is awesome. So what do we have here? We have Froth 1's Igloo. This was the best igloo I ever made, in my opinion. This is killer. I love it.
It's nice. Lots of jam space. Like, you just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that special guitar dance. I wonder what song is going on right now. That's awesome. Amazing. I have a little bit of a jam space in my home, and so, like...
Does it look like this?
No, a little bit. Like, there's just like a lot of cables and a lot of it's fun. I love this kind of stuff. Like, if I could live and exist in a studio and in a jam space, I would. So I'm imagining Charlie's house playing in that igloo. Totally. Charlie's house?
Charlie's here.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's here. I think was
what is going
that's
on
Pizza
in
Parlor?
I keep on reading. I see things as different than I'm reading it. Okay. Stack Shovel's haunted mine shaft.
That's fun.
Cool. Man, you can
I love
really
the idea of a
mess
haunted
with
mine
perspective
shaft.
here. Like, it's like these are all kind of like optical illusions. Cause like, do you know what I mean? Like the perspective when you use different objects as like walls when they're not intended to be walls, it just messes with your perception. You know what I mean? Like what's going on here? It's so cool. Maybe that's why it's haunted.
I just, oh man, isometric. Like anytime there's a game, can we? Why? It's just, I don't know what it is. I think it's because as a player, whenever I played a 2D isometric game, it's just so awkward because you're using you don't have a controller that's X D-pad. You know, I guess unless you're using an analog stick, but it's still awkward to be like down left, down right, up left. Like when you're as a player hopping around, especially in the 2D games. So it's just, I don't know. But you have to do isometric concepts. Actually, that's one of the things we're learning right now. Is like, okay, we were trying to get away with just doing the 2D concept, but it's really kind of not enough information when you're trying to model 3D based on just a 2D flat concept, because you need more information about how this would look in a three-dimensional space. So, one of the key learnings we've got is, just it's a reminder that we need to make sure we've got both the 2D concept and the 3D sort of isometric faux 3D concept.
Right. That's such a cool balance. I'm so excited, in however long of a time we can do some A/B comparisons. I really want to get, because we're documenting all this in the stream, we talk about fractals and how everything's connected. I would really love to build some type of, content format that shows that whole process, where it started, where, almost make mini documentaries based off of rooms and based off of art pieces. So it's it starts with a conversation or an influence like an Igloo, and then it moves over to Freya, and then that moves over to the 3D team, and we're able to dig deep into those conversions and understanding what sticks. Let's say if this haunted mansion or haunted mineshaft, becomes into a official room one day, it's what vibes continued, try to boil down what was captured into that into that final state, if that makes sense.
Well, that's why the process will be in a better place to actually start to do that, because what Tech and I are talking about right now is basically you never want to just be here's one thing, here's one influence, and then just make an interpretation of the one thing. We're not doing that at all. So there will never be hey, here's one igloo and we're just going to do one exact igloo representation. It's no. What we're going to do is, here's at least two very different ideas. Here are a bunch of other references from here. Here are a bunch of materials. Here are a bunch of objects. And we've got a whole process that we're developing right now to kind of tee up each of the rooms. So I think it'll be more interesting with that. So, yeah.
Totally. Oh, man. I'm just reading in the comments. The Quackenator said, when I was very young, 5, and saw people talking about their Iggies, for whatever reason, I would pronounce it as ugly. I learned a bit later that probably got awkward. Check out my ugly. Oh man, I'm seeing I have a 5-year-old, and it's the funny thing is as a parent, as a dad, you love to hold on to those things because as soon as they learn as soon as they learn the right way of saying something, then that's gone, and it's so
all the charm is gone. I mean, that's why I like to name characters after what my kids said as toddler. So my youngest, she can't say yellow yet, so she goes lalo, and I love that. So I want to capture lalo. And it was my eldest, when she was a toddler, we've got a character that we've come up with called Mojit, because we would try and get her to pronounce the word walnut, and for some reason she would just be like, Mojit, and we'd be like, hey, can you say wall? And she'd be like, wall, and he'd be like, nut, and she'd be like, nut, and he'd be like, walnut, and she'd be like, Mojit.
That's great. Hey, look at this. See, Imai can't resist, and this is why I love you, Imai. And this is like how I can see myself in your progress. Is like you get something started, and then you're forced to do it quickly. And I've had many clients just be like, just do it quick, and I'm like, dang it. And then I deliver it, and then I like stay up all night, just be like, oh, I can't make it. Like I hate the idea of being forced into something. So there we go. Look at this frog. What's the frog's name? It can't be Chai.
Chai, name the frog.
Chai.
No, it has to be somebody else? Okay.
Well, should it be
no
like
Chai.
a totally original name?
No
like,
naming the frog Chai. Chai, do not name the frog.
Yeah,
do
don't
not
think
name
of
the
a pink elephant. Look at that frog.
No pink elephants.
Jeremy? Jeremy the frog.
No, you can't name it Jeremy. It has to come from the chat.
Oh, rules.
Don't think of a pink
Wait,
elephant.
I'm seeing Yayo. Sicilian Yayo. I like that one. Or Frogsolent? Aw. Jeremy. But Jeremy. Polo. Polo mean? Aw.
Aw. Sorry. We'll have to kick you off the stream.
Yeah. Oh, Imai.
Love you, Imai.
Love you, Imai. Let's hear what Imai actually has to say. We'll do some streamception. We can hear you now, Imai. We can hear you. What do you have to say? What do you have to say for yourself?
Hello.
Defend your honor.
How are you?
Pretty good. I just want to say that we love your work and you're incredible, and keep it going.
Existence is life.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. Okay, let's move on. Okay.
Oh, would you let's check out some time for the Mooseland update. Are you ready?
Okay.
That's really something.
Next,
now for something completely different.
Okay.
This is amazing. Yeah, I love that. Not just the fact that it's like sort of a pirate room, but the fact that you've come up with the idea of a ravine is really nice. Because like you don't necessarily when you look at stuff and you look at pirate, like ravine is not the first word that comes to mind. That's what I quite love about this, and I love that it's like what Verde saw. Pardon my pronunciation. Sorry, Verde Sol. Anyways,
is it supposed to be like Verde, like salsa, like a green salsa?
Probably, yeah. And again, yeah. I mean, Shasko knows my Spanish terrible. That's no excuse. But you know, I gotta practice. Anyways, they say this is my pirate ravine igloo. I did my best to create a ravine with a pirate civilization built into the sides out of things like old ship parts and equipment, with a rickety wooden bridge connecting the two sides. This would make for a stunning view for an in-game room, in my opinion. I totally agree. There's something really cool with this, like this. You know, it reminds me of it's like almost like an obstacle course. And you know what? To be honest, we never really did a cool obstacle course in Penguin, did we? You know what I mean? Like where you're like, oh, I gotta jump to here and then go to there and then jump to there.
We did that. Didn't we do that for like one rock hopper like party?
One
with like the big pirate. Like they had the big ship and you had to go from here to here and here. I made a sneak peek.
My old bad brain might be failing me. I mean, you guys could correct us in the chat.
I made an old school Happy 77 sneak peek of that. I just remember because I had to screen capture it and I had to like do all these different things on top of the ship. And I only remember this is because one of the support department were making like a I guess like a documentary or like a FAQ video, or they're making like a video for their internal teams, like for new hires to show what we do. And like our port, they were filming me, and at that time I was making like a Happy 77 sneak peek. So that footage exists somewhere. And I explained the whole process. I was just like, hey, check it out. You do this.
What?
And this and,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's
how
just
did I
coming
miss
to you
that?
right
Or
now.
did I just forget it?
I think. Well, I don't think you're involved. I don't even remember you being in the room. I just think somebody. I think it was like somebody's just like, hey, I'm making this video for the PSRs. Can I come up and film you? And I'm like, sure.
But how was I not in the room? I must have been like vacation or something.
Oh, you know, could be. It was really quick. I remember it being. I forget, but that exists somewhere. Do you guys remember what party that was? Oh man.
Rockhopper's Quest, maybe? Like the.
Yeah, it could be. Hold on a second.
Anyways, I just love the vibes here. Pirate. I mean, pirate. to be honest, wasn't really high on my list of like themes to get in there, but you know, maybe we could consider that. Like, because for Captain Clockwatcher, we actually intentionally don't want to make him like sort of full pirate. Captain Clockwatcher is actually going to be a lot more steampunk. So sort of steampunk airship captain, right? So anyways,
it was Rockhopper's Quest. It was Rockhopper's Quest. That's what it is. Should I show it or should I not show it?
That's fine. Nah, let's move on. I think everybody knows what it is.
Everybody knows what it is? Yeah, it's totally that. Yeah, it's an obstacle course where you have to go and like have to like throw snowballs at targets, and then that launches the cannon. And that was a cool video. Okay, you'll have to find it yourself, everybody. Okay. Next is, is this the same thing? Oh, just like a close-up of it. Cool. Okay, Tech 70s Railroad. I love Igloo items that were animated. See how the blue flame could be used as steam out of the train's funnel? Where is it?
Kind of at the top.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, that's cool. Man, it's so cool. I just love the igloo making tool. That's just incredible. I'm so excited that we're doing this. The thing I like about it is in the Lego world, if you use an item that was intended for something else for a different purpose, there's like a internally for the designers, it's like a really special thing. I think they had like a I think they called it like the Gray Shovel Award for some type of event, and that's what it makes me think of this with like the igloos. It's like, how can I use an item that was intended for something else to mean something else? I just love that. It's so cool. It's like that type of thinking.
It's funny because that kind of thinking is not common, you know. Because I think back to Penguin, like the reason we had the moose head and the parrot head ship costume, it was very Gray Shovel, because it was like, okay, why don't we take this thing that's over here in some random room? Like, why is there a moose head here in this lodge? Why don't we do something with it? You know. Obviously, for some reason, the penguins have it up on a wall, so it makes sense that they would have a costume based on it. Because obviously it exists in their mental psyche. There's something about clever reuse of itself that not everyone necessarily likes to think like. I think remixers think like this, you know, and there's a real art to remixing.
Absolutely.
Anyways.
Okay,
Cool.
we would love to see more of your Igloo submissions, so Igloo screenshots. So please go to mooseandpolo.com/nominate Igloo. Hold on. I just want to do a cheer sound effect. Okay, the stream is sponsored. Okay, here we go. So this stream is sponsored by Furky Bacon. Is this another tongue twister one? Not enough time to eat, and you completely fed up by nommers? Well, introducing Furky Bacon. Oh, Furky Bacon. This is part of the last week. Right? Bacon made quickly and quickly that will leave you smirky. No one knows a recipe of meat, but no one cares. Because if it's not murky and it could be jerky, then does it matter? I think that's supposed to be a question mark. Who knows? Maybe it's turkey. Buy it now for $16.99 or go to www.spyco.co.mu/furkybacon/redeem. Thank you, Cecilium. Furky Bacon. That was a callback to last stream. Do you remember that? I captured you saying, okay. It scarred you. It's in your memory forever.
Anything that like trolls me, I tend to
keeps you up at night.
Affliction. It's like, oh, did I say something dumb again? Because I often do. So it's like, oh no, this dumb thing I said got captured. Oh, good. There we go.
I just think about it like jazz. I feel like it's like you make a mistake, you just keep doing it, and then it'll evolve into a thing. So that's Furky Bacon to me. Okay, here we go.
Let's check out some art.
Let's do some official work by the team. I feel like we need
official.
I feel like we need new music for this. What should we do? This is good music. Ride items by Emai. Yay! These are awesome. These are so cool. I love the flame cart here. This is so wicked.
Isn't it so great?
Whoa, Imai. These are so cool. I love the callbacks and the references, but they're so unique. It feels like it's like what you wished that you could do. You know what I mean? It's like we're doing all the things that like you wanted to do in the game, or like all the customized elements that you wanted to have. These are so cool. Sorry, you were gonna say something? No.
No, I love them. I think Imai was just saying like, good luck modeling. we're certainly we've teed it up to be like, okay, here's some complicated ones, but hey, you know what? We'll get there when we get there, right? It's all going to be a process. Like I actually set out some just priorities, like which items to do first, and I think it's actually nice to start. I can't remember where I heard this, but it was like if you were painting the Sistine Chapel, you know, do you start with like the face of God, or do you start with some piece that's off to the side that is not the first thing that people pay attention to? Do you know what I mean? Like you start with this kind of you start small. You start with the stuff that's like, well, I'm gonna get better as I go. Like it's acknowledging the jazz remix.
Yes.
You're starting with the stuff that kind of doesn't really matter first. It's almost like when you're building up a loop when you've been remixing. You start with this sort of like derp, 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 and you start with kind of the derp, and you build on top of it. It's like because you're just creating the trees and the shrubbery, and you know, Polly says the banana, starting with the banana.
Yes,
like, oh,
you
here's
start
a banana.
with the banana. Good night, Naomi. Everybody say good night to Spooter, to Imai Spooter, Naomi. Good night.
And for those who don't know, that's Imai's jumping spider.
Oh, Chai says we need to make a ride-on frog. That would be pretty awesome. Like, where do we go with this? With these items? It's like, what can you ride? It's like you can ride almost anything. I guess definitely a frog. Reminds me of like Super Mario or something. Good night, Naomi. We love you so much. Whenever we're saying good night to Naomi, it's like, dude, spiders sleep? How do you know that a spider's sleeping? Do you tuck in your Spooter? Like a tiny
I think they sleep
with a tiny little blanket. It's incredible that Imai knows when Naomi is sleeping. I wish I knew. They stay still. Oh, there we go. Very good. That's what I do when I sleep as well. Actually, no, I move around a lot. Okay. Actually, you know what? Before we go, can we see the frog? Progress of the frog, Imai, please? Pretty please. Oh. Uh-oh. They don't have... I can't see that. They don't have
That's
eyelids.
how you know they sleep.
Oh, yeah. Imagine not having eyelids, hey? Dang. Can we see the frog, please?
That would be like the rooms that are permanent daylight.
Look at that froggy. That's so cute. That's a cute froggy. What else should everybody? What else should Imai put in the scene? We got a frog. Is there another thing? First person gets it.
I heard banana at some point.
Well, if it's banana, it's banana. Let's see. Banana. There we go. Can we hide a banana somewhere?
Oh, banana and crab.
You know what?
Crab
Instead of
sure.
putting, I feel bad. Let's not put pressure on Imai. Let's get back to it. Let's get a banana in that stream, and we'll come back to you. So if you want, I can do a banana tree. Is that wild? Is that breaking some Kakapo rules? Or should we just hide a banana? Like just
I think this is an important time. Just hide a banana. Like this is an important thing to mention. That remember, like I can't remember who I was talking about with this, but when we were thinking about Penguin, right, and we were making Club Penguin, we didn't necessarily go, is this the most perfectly accurate thing to do with, you know, penguins in the South Pole? Would they do like so there's a balancing act because we are trying to create fiction, right? And we don't also necessarily want to be like usurping, like this is all, it has to be this. It's nice to just be open-ended, right? So
we should
banana
definitely
crab.
put a
I love that midnight. That's a great idea.
Should we do a banana crab?
crab?
Should we do that? Is that weird? Because we also don't want to go too surreal. I actually I love the idea of like the stream adding tiny Easter eggs in the scene. It's like that's pretty fun that we can trace it back to like these little important elements. Can you Would you mind zooming out, Imai? Just zoom out to the whole scene. I know you're drawing those beautiful. Oh, those are frangipanis. Check it out. I got a tattoo of one of those on my arm. See? Can you see?
Of which? What are you talking
Of
about?
the flowers, the flower crown that's being drawn on that statue. I have a tattoo of one on my arm.
So Cecilium just asked, making the board because Cecilium's working on a board game inspired by Parrot.
Hold on, before we
no,
move
it's
on.
not dumb at all.
Just a second.
It's a great
here.
thing.
Because I don't want to have Imai wait. Where should the banana be in the scene? We'll go back to where should we put the banana? The banana should be, I don't know, where could it be? On a table, like on one of these things. First answer gets it. First comment gets to put the banana in the lava. The moon? Banana on the moon? Or should it be there? Here? Somebody said in the banana on the rock. Banana in the bucket? Should it be like with the apples? So there's like apples and bananas. So it's like there's apples and there's just like a random banana in there. Okay, I'm gonna go.
It always goes back to that Raffi song for me, because again,
apples and bananas.
When you got kids,
yeah,
apples and bananas.
You know what? You got your input, Imai. I'll put this as Imai's choice. There's a lot of great suggestions here. You can decide. So far, we've got the idea of there being like a banana crab. Then there's a banana in the volcano. Put a banana in the lava. There's the moon. Banana on the rock. Imai's choice. Put a banana in there. We'll check on you in a little bit here. Okay. Let's check. Speaking of bananas, bubbles. That's my segue. Midnight Aurora's background. These are awesome. Midnight, I love your background. Again with the color choice here. These are awesome and very satisfying. I love it. I love the, cool. Yeah, these are bubbles and the colors are great. What else we got here? Vertical stripes. Midnight Aurora killing it on these color combos and these vertical stripes. I love it. That's great.
Let's check out some art.
Let's do it.
So fun.
So much fun and so awesome. Work in progress 3D builds of the town hub. Wow. Okay, I gotta change the music here to something more like. This is so cool. Look at this. Look at this, everybody.
So this has sparked lots of conversation. So this is actually a perfect time to talk about humanity, actually, because I think what's coming up right now is folks are like, I don't know, it's a little uncanny right now. So I saw like Dream and Polly talking about that, and I think there's something that we're gonna tune as we work on this. So we're actually like talking about this concept right now, actually, and so the thing about it is like it's too perfect. So there's something about when you take like 2D has a charm to it. Like there's something about 2D that actually is really difficult to replicate when you start modeling in 3D. So it's like the thing that's beautiful that we've intentionally done with some of the outfits. You'll notice if you went even back to Imai's minecart, we've made an intentional style choice to not make perfectly straight lines, to be more hand-drawn feeling. Right, so if you like zoomed in on like the minecart at the top line, it's not just a vector line that goes.
Wait, which one? This one?
Left to right. Yeah, that one too. But I mean, you see how it's like it's a straight line, but you look at like the top, the edge, it's like you can tell it's hand drawn. There's something beautiful about hand drawnness. So I think what we're gonna have to go through with the journey of interpreting 2D and 3D is how do you bring a little bit of a handmadeness to it, without it being like, it's not like we have the budget of like we're not trying to do this some crazy Animal Logic style like Lego movie perfection level. Like we can't go to that extent, but how do we bring in humanity in a sort of budget-friendly
handmade
way, where we're not spending forever, but it feels crafted.
Something that
so
something that captures Freya's like the physicality of Freya hand drawing and designing these rooms. How can that translate over? Yeah,
it's an interpretation of the hand drawn too, because there's the artist who's working in the 3D space is going to be interpreting this in their way.
And
right?
FYI,
so there's
this
multiple fingerprints.
This is a total work in progress. We hear you in the comments, like the plants, all the things that you're like, you probably can, the red flags that are like with some of the designs, like the colors might not be perfect or the plant designs. We're totally aware of this. We're just showing you a snapshot of like an in progress type thing. Like right now, I think composition and like just general layout is the priority. Then all these things like tweaking the colors, textures, lines, those are the like refined elements that come over time. But yeah,
and there's just like even just the little things, like it's the perfect straight lines. I think we can just angle them out, or even this is kind of what we did in the X. Again, back to the stream is to our so like what we were doing in the UI is we added character by like modifying and having custom vectors that are round like bubbles and shapes, and do you know what I mean? So I think we're going to bring some of that as we explore into the 3D space too.
Totally. And just like to do a callback to the like these designs has that vibe too, right? Like the imperfect shapes, like we're trying to be like, we
want to be intentionally imperfect. We want to embrace humanity, right? But also do it in a way where like we're trying to embrace humanity within an industry standard UI that you know that this is top left, this is bottom right. Like there's little like UX commonalities that help people orient themselves more quickly to a pattern. Like I know at the beginning we're like, hey, we should make it totally different. This is too close to Bitmoji. You know, of course, anything. If you look across apps, most of the apps that people spin up for themselves, they start with like material design, and it's the hamburger menu with the 3 lines within the top left, and then the tray comes out from the left. And you know, all of these things are common patterns, and it does eventually feel a little boring seeing it everywhere. But the flip side to that is at least everyone knows where things are because they're in the same spot every time. Right? So that's not the place to innovate. You want to be strategic about where you innovate. You innovate in a space where it's like where it brings humanity and personality, but not, you know, we also don't want it to be so much dominates, because actually the assets that are in there should be the primary focus, and then the secondary focus. You know, or well, primary focus is what the user does. Secondary focus is like the art and the creativity that you're using, and then the third is like, okay, this has a personality to the interface.
I mean, there's you mentioned something about like there's a reason why there's due process for these things, and there's a reason why like you don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. You can design new wheels, and you can design the way it looks, and you can like kind of design the functionality, but you also have to recognize where the core, why there's a core format. Like filmmaking is the same thing. Like a lot of the time, films are written under the same format because we, for whatever reason, there's certain archetypes and there's certain like story
People
formats
like
that we resonate with, and we don't know why. And these stories have been told like for like thousands and thousands of years in this same format. And every time you try to reinvent that format, it's like then you're creating these, it's like you're limiting your artist or your audience to just people that want that specific vibe. And it's really hard to do well. Like I went and honestly it shifts your focus away from like good storytelling and character and all the different elements within the format if you're just too high level trying to redesign the whole thing from the ground up, if that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah, one thing to note about the tree on the top of the Save for the Record shot, I was just chatting with Freya, it's a rotini. So actually a lot of the plants that you're seeing in here are like cartoonized versions of real plants. Like we actually have a big database of real life plants that would have on Codfish Island, just because it's a great starting point to be natural to the Kokopo. So that kind of goes back to the question that Cecilia was asking, is like,
would you look at that?
Should I be drawing from that? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. It's a great place to start. The interpretation is where the humanity comes in. It's our human interpretations stuff. So it's a plant called the rotini. not to be confused with the pasta. So it's a cartoonized
Delicious.
version of Teeny. So I'm going to provide some of the references of the real plants to the 3D team, so they kind of know, oh, this is what we were going for. Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, it's going to be working on.
And then there's like, I'm imagining these are super low poly, and then you're gonna get like dynamics, a better dynamic range of color and texture once we focus on that. Like these are more like the low poly nature of these models are being exposed because there hadn't been much time put into the actual texture sheets and stuff. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay.
Well, this is in progress, right?
Yeah,
so
in progress,
again,
yeah.
like you start on one point, and so yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Okay. Oh,
And I
this is
think they've got
cool.
some
Wow.
really beautiful style in here, right? So
I want to
I'm-
have the concept
yeah.
art in here too. Like I want to see them side by side. This is
Let me
so
try and figure
cool.
it out.
Holy smokes.
Isn't it great?
Whoa, look at that.
And this is something like Freya and I were talking about too, is like it's really nice to eliminate the lines and actually just really just color the lines when we get it into 3D. It just has more of a look. I
Wow.
like the look a lot.
Incredible. This looks so awesome. I love this carpet here. The winky face. So cool. Can you
And
pull
remember,
up? Can you
art-
drop
art
in
is
the
very, like-
original? Do you have the concept art that you can drop in?
I might. Yeah.
Let's see it.
Give me a
Let's see
sec.
it
You
side by
keep
side.
streaming. I'll look for it.
Okay, I'll keep the stram going. Oh man, they really stayed true to Freya's design. They totally did. That's why I really want to.
Got a great team, and I am hugely thankful for our team. Right, like such an awesome group of people. Like we have some really creative people at our disposal, and we're working together to make your dreams come true. Right, so. The thing is about feedback is hard for anyone, right? So you always, here's a little trip is look for the positivity sandwich. Find something you genuinely like specifically about something. Then find the thing that you're like, okay, I have this issue. I have a solution for this issue that I'm seeing. And then find something else that you genuinely positively like about it. It's like, because, as humans, like, some of us are more emotional than others, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're really close to their work. And yeah, check out Froggy Hat.
Frog hat. That is a great frog hat.
Where on earth? I'm sorry, I'm just multitasking.
Here, let's do it while we're waiting.
How's the stream
Let's
doing?
check up on this this beautiful piece of work that Imai is doing here. There's something so satisfying about watching somebody refine a drawing. Like I love it. Okay, Imai, can you give us a banana update here? I want a banana update. Do you know where did that banana end up going? We're gonna find it. Where is it? Where's the banana? Oh, there it is. There's the banana. It's in the apple. Banana update. That's great.
Would you look at that?
There's a banana update. Amazing. Okay, everybody. I like this. Let's do tiny little things in these scenes. I like a little banana so we're not taking up too much of Imai's time. Can you zoom out again, please?
Oh!
What else should we add, everybody? First comment makes it. Bat? Wait, starting now. Eyes on a bush. Do we want to do that? Because I feel like this is Polo's call. A bat, a mouse, eyes on a bush sounds interesting. Even if it's like a subtle thing. What do you think? Are you frozen?
Am I frozen? No,
Oh.
I just look frozen.
You're just very still. What do you think? Eyes on a bush? Is that too much? Is that too wild? A sneaky bush? Polo? Hello, Polo.
What? Huh? What? Hello.
Eyes on a bush. That was one of the suggestions.
Yeah, do it. Hey, you know what? I'm a big.
Okay,
You know what? I'm
eyes
actually
on
a really big.
Do it.
You know what? I'm a really big fan of.
What?
So, I
Atlas?
love Mario. Mario. I love Mario. And one of the things I love most in Mario is eyeballs on clouds, like little, like basically the BT eyes, like just the dots.
Right.
You know. So if you look at like Super Mario World, you go back to the old stuff, like 1990s stuff, right? If you look at like the moon, the Mario moon, it's got like two little eyes and a smiley face.
Amazing.
You look at the two little eyes, like everything is personified. There's something really charming about personified moon, personified cloud.
What do we have here?
You know?
Oh my gosh.
That looks like a Mario mushroom.
Like a Mario mushroom. Aw.
It's a me.
So let's do a bush with eyes on it. Where should it be? Can you zoom out? Let's see here. Let's see. What should we do?
Oh.
Let's see. What bush should it be in the background? Should be. We're gonna do eyes on a bush. Let's do it.
And I now have the room art ready to look at whenever we're ready.
Yeah,
so
we'll do it. So what do you think?
We've got a before and after. Which
you
is awesome.
created a new. Okay. What do you think, guys? I'm gonna say Emai's choice. Pick a bush, and give that bush sneaky eyes, and that can be a sneaky little bush. What if one of the flames torches has eyes? I think I'm gonna go for we got the first one out. I saw the first one was eyes on a bush. Let's just keep it there. So there you go. Draw eyes. 99. The foliage. The foliage is at the end. Okay, well, let's just do a plan. Let's just figure out just plan for eyes to be on one of the bushes, okay? Can you do that, please? 9 is my zoom. Is my zoom button? I don't.
Okay.
I get it. For me, it's my tilde key. My tilde key in the top left is After Effects, how I zoom in and out, so I do that all the time. Okay, great. Thanks for the update. So get an eye. Let's get some of those eyes on those bushes somewhere back there. Eyeballs, sentient bushes. Let's do it. Okay,
You
here
want
we
to
go.
see? Okay, if you go to the next slide and then back, and then the next slide, and then the previous slide, and
Okay.
then the next slide, and then the previous slide.
Drum roll, please, and thank you. Boom. Whoa. Okay,
There's
so
some
that's the
Freya.
concept art. That's the 3D art.
See? And so you can see lighting will come in later. Like this is model. So the team, which is amazing, and Freya is amazing.
Freya, you are amazing. Wow.
So there you go.
Wow. I'm just gonna do.
Bringing it to life.
Wow.
And the cool thing is what we have right now is there's like a little bit of you can slightly adjust the camera angle. So it's like partial fixed, I guess is a way to describe it. So you can kind of zoom a little bit, angle a little bit.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what the orientation is going to be. Like what we're trying to do is we're trying to create something that has the vibe of classic, of Penguin Classic, that has some of that familiarity, but it's new, right? But it still has the classicness, but it still has the modernness. So it's that kind of in-between sandwich.
So check this out. I want to see this. Side-by-side comparison. This is so cool. This is so cool. This is like my favorite thing. I'm so happy. So happy about this. Look at that.
I think the one thing that's really special,
That's so
I just want to
cool.
acknowledge that building together, there's something about the warmth and the friendliness of the light. Like it has a rich, positive, like it's just lots of light and color. And I think that's the one thing that I appreciate the most is like it's quite colorful.
Yeah.
If I look back at Penguin, that was actually some of my favorite things about Penguin. Remember when I was talking about Adobe Color and I was saying contrasting colors? The beauty of like Club Penguin as an example, there's plenty of other properties in the world. What was nice about it is when everything's a white background, the color pops and every color pops off the background. Because we don't have a snowy world, we don't have a white background, right? Just purely color. We're doing something that's the opposite. In our case, we're going full color in the rooms. So it's almost like the rooms feel like the color of having a huge cluster of a club of colorful flightless birds, right? Because if we got all these kakapo running around, like one's wearing, black color with, a hoodie, and somebody else has got a Viking hat that's blue and, a rainbow hoodie, and, you know, it's basically a much more colorful world, and that's one thing I'm quite excited about is like lighting and color.
Moose Land eventually is going to be so different because the moose colors are going to be the same. The interior is going to be all bland, but the clothing item and the suits are going to be the thing that really makes everything pop. You're right. Totally color and dynamics is like make a dynamic range of color palette. Awesomeness. It's great. Okay, shall we go on to join our Discord server's Parrot announcements channel to revisit our official work from Party Parrot. Tech Deck 70, are you still bopping to my Breakfast Club song from last week? I can't help it, Dialga. You guys are crazy. Oh boy, here comes Ask the Stream. I wish I had the Ask the Stream song queued up, but I don't. So we're just gonna do this.
Except for Ask the Stream. Ask the Stream.
This song.
Do some Dialga jams.
Ask the Stream. Ask the Stream. What? Where? I'm not in the mood. I'm in the mood. I feel like I want to like have a hot chocolate, have a hot cocoa, and wear a house coat and like snuggle up in a big giant beanbag chair and just do this. That's what I feel like right now. Quack444 on Club Penguin. What was the single best, funniest thing you saw players doing in game? It's easy for me. Super easy. Armies. I just love the armies. I love the coordinating and doing weird, like, I'm basically storming the rooms and then having like an emote that you do that and trying to win out the rooms, and then I just love going on those blogs and actually seeing all the victories that were. It was so cool. It was so like innocent and really fun, and it was a thing that is like a game mechanic that the community made up, and it was just and there was like at any point when you're playing the game, there could be a rush of like weird like green, like I don't know, like weird costume. I'm trying to think of like the nacho armies, like these orange guys running around and then all doing like the fart emote, and you're like, what is going on? It's like I know there's no specific thing, but like just generally speaking, like whenever mobs form and then like do like a parade or a fart parade, that you just like you join in and then all of a sudden you're part of that tribe doing that thing. I love that. I think it's so awesome.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Like there's so many. The stuff that always stands out to me is what emerges. Like emergent roleplay is always the most interesting thing. Like where kids are like, kids come up with nubbing because you could put your avatar just behind the chat bar, and so you make your penguin dance underneath the chat bar, and there's like this lineup, kind of almost like the lineup of avatars at the bottom of the stream here. It's like they're just sitting there dancing, and you get all these characters in a unified formation, all dancing simultaneously, nubbing under the chat bar. Awesome. I also loved like somebody making like an airplane Igloo game shows. I still loved like, you know, just people making shows. Like we made that gigantic television. Yeah. Remember the furniture item? It was a big TV. Chili made a Moose and Polo show Igloo with like a TV.
You should submit that to the Moose and you should submit that to the Igloos.
Yeah, submit it to the stream.
To the stream. The Stram.
mooseandpolo.com/submit.
Yeah, right up there.
15.ai.
I'm telling you that I'm really loving this new stream format. It feels very nice. We'll just work off of it. I love being able to switch back and forth and see what Emai's doing. There's some, whoops. Whoa, what's going on? Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Look at that. They're just moving back and forth, trading spaces. What just happened? My brain just like just skipped ahead.
Oh wow, Cecilium's trying to bundle up three. Cecilium, how dare you ask 3 questions instead of one? This is sneaking in 3 questions. Look at this.
What were your favorite mascots, minigame, parties? Mascots, probably Rockhopper, mostly because I got to be Rockhopper way back in the day before there were any scripts. And like, I was just like, this is like 2007, and I was like,
yeah,
I was 18 years old, and I was just like, how does a pirate talk? Yar, matey. It's like just like, hey, like. I don't know, and like, yeah, I feel like I identified with Rockhopper, and then when Rockhopper became more of like a character. I was just like, that was my whole like, the old days were better, because when you were interacting with Rockhopper, it was literally like some PSR in a room being like, I don't know, how do pirates talk? There's something just like really funny about that. And it's like, yeah, that's so that mini game, Find 4, easy. Parties, Operation Blackout, easy. And y'all know why. Don't even need to beat, spin that record again. I'm just trying not to use a idiom that is a
spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel again. I was gonna say doing something to a horse that isn't alive anymore, and that's just not a nice thing to say. Same with killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's like, why can't we find a positive?
Comments.
Yeah. Anyways, are those
positive
idioms?
Cliches?
Those are idioms.
I call
right?
it cliches because they're overused. I'll just say for me, these one answer. I would say probably Sensei. My favorite event would be that the fact that we debuted Sensei by not saying anything. We didn't make a big newspaper article to start with. We just literally kind of just put him in a room digging. You could click on him for the first time, so it was a bot, but you could click on the bot and it bring up his player card, and the player card just had 6 question marks. So we didn't reveal his name. We just had this like digging gray penguin just appeared out of absolutely nowhere on the outside of the dojo. So like the unveiling of Cardjitsu, and then of course as a minigame, Cardjitsu is hard to resist. There's just what I love about it is, so my buddy Nate and I, Wolf, we've been working on this idea of like a meta board game for years. Tech knows about this, but I love the idea of I love scraping the bottom of the barrel in a way. Like I love referencing all the weird obscurities. So to me, Cardjitsu was super fun because we had cards about every obscure piece of Club Penguin background art as cards. There's just something bizarre about collecting Bowie number 9 as a card, or the moose head from the lodge as a power card. Like just that kind of like self-referential fact that those became the trading card, to me is far more interesting than just being like, like Pokemon is like, here's all their Pokemon, and then the cards are Pokemon, and then they have Pokemon powers. It's almost too obvious. Like, okay. Whereas like what we did with Cardjitsu is like, we don't have enough art to populate these cards as it stands here in 2008. What do I do? So what I did was I was like, I'm just going to find whatever art I possibly can and make a card out of it.
That's
okay.
awesome.
Soccer ball. Just anything, and it became this sort of big melting pot. And I would love to have more footage of people playing Cardjitsu physically in the real world. Like that's one thing I never really saw a lot of.
I remember doing that and playing Cardjitsu with the game designers with Russ in his room. That was fun.
Playing maybe Fire.
Oh my gosh! It just made me think
Where's the water?
I wish I had all the footage from that behind the scenes at Club Penguin video, because I went into every department and I filmed so much, and that's when I first met Russ and the games team, and I actually filmed, and that was when I played Cardjitsu with them. That was really fun. I wish we had that footage.
No. Yeah, that would have been Cardjitsu water.
Yeah. Okay, next. Cecilia McCann, this is your 4th question. Thank you. We appreciate your engagement. The download music thing of Party Parrot. Are you able to download and use music while offline traveling?
No idea yet. Like right now, we're going to start with online features. But I've heard the feedback around, offline people play on trains and stuff. The reality is like most of the baseline game is very online. Right? Like if you think about the baseline as a chat room, you kind of need to be online for the chat room. So I got to consider this one. I think this might be just a future. I've talked to you guys before about rice scores and stuff. And this is basically like, hey, we're going to start small. So just for anyone who didn't hear that this was already answered, just so you hear my thoughts. I said this to Moose earlier this week, is like a good idea will always be a good idea.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have to do it right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
Keep that in your thinking for any of your...
Ideas never die, right? They evolve into other things, and sometimes they come back in its original form and surprise you.
Yep.
Right? Ideas are. Yeah.
The truth is, if you let it ride for a little while, you might have a better idea over time. So there's something nice about kind of letting it ride, seeing if the idea matures, seeing if the idea is less exciting after you kind of let it sit and grow on the tree for a little. Anyways.
Yeah, totally.
Cool. Nexty.
Okay, there we go. Ask your questions on our Discord channel. Ask the stream if you want to be in next week's video. Thanks for celebrating our community's create. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with my mouth right now? Blah blah blah.
Hey, Dad.
Blah blah. It's like Peter Pepper picked a pickled pepper. I can't even. I can't talk. My mouth and tongue is just like swollen or something. Thanks for celebrating our community's creativity with us. Original artwork, welcome. This is okay. Oh, we're saying this in unison here. Original artworks, welcome.
Visual
food,
art,
photography, dad jokes, etc. Go to mooseandpolo.com/submit and then send your Igloo screenshots from Club Penguin or CPI, or even if you want to draw an
you can
Igloo.
still use CPI. Yeah. Just draw. It's
just
fine.
Give
you
us
can
some
use
Igloo.
the nominate Igloo
Yeah.
form.
Do
why
what you gotta do. Okay, let's do it. Before we go, I want to just do a nice do a fun update. What's going on, Imai? Let's see what progress you made, because it's been cool. I've been watching your drawing in the top, and it's looking pretty awesome. That is one cool room. Where are you gonna put the eyeballs? Do you know? Do you want it to be an eye on the moon? Do we want to change this and make it a moon man? Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
You're asking Thinky Pants here. Thinky Pants is like, I don't know what to think.
What are you gonna do? There needs to be eyes on something. Okay. Hey, there it is. Oh, I love this. Look at that. Look at that fast art, Imai. Wow, I'm so proud of you. What? What is that?
Oh dear.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, make a face like that.
Is scared.
Yeah, I love that. Woo. Can you make it a W mouth, like woo? Can you make it that? Because that might look like a bush. Oh no. Okay. Uh-oh. What's going on? Woo. Like this. I'm going to put in the chat.
Chai Leo suggested a V.
A what? A V?
V mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, we can do one tree.
There we go. Woo. That's cute. Yeah. Do something like that. That's great. Leave that in there for reference. One more thing. We've done one small thing, everybody in the chat. Okay, first person who does a chat gets it. What should we put in the stream? What should be in the scene? What part of the stream should make it in the scene, everybody? Let's see. First person snail. Hey, that is something that I can get behind. What do you say? Would you want to hide a snail in here somewhere? I say yes. Snail. Okay, we got 2 for snail. Where do you want a snail to be? Where should the snail be? Maybe snail with
Technically,
a rocket.
It's funny because it's rocket snail, but technically it's actually a
what?
Fact.
You cut out.
It's a firework.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the singular of fireworks is, but it's like a little firework rocket.
What's going on up here? Oh, you're drawing a snail climbing up the rock? Love it. Is that what it is?
Business spruce.
Business spruce. Hey.
Where's the yay?
Yay.
Very cool. Would you look at that?
There we go. We got a snail in the scene, everybody. So what do we got? We got a frog, we got a banana, we got a snail, and we got a business spruce. We got an uyu in the yeah.
Uyu.
This is great. This is fun. I like adding these little Easter eggs into the rooms in real time. That's great. Pun Lord strikes again. Do you like this, everybody? Is this fun? What do you think? This is a new format for us. What do you think? Do you should we keep doing?
Do you like the addition of live drawing?
Do you like the
live art?
Yeah. Are you okay with this? Oh, by the way, I made this like. It's just like a slideshow pulling from a folder with is just gonna have your guys' art scrolling through. I haven't prepared it enough, so this is like old, but I'm going to add it so like a folder of your guys' art is going to just like appear here or somewhere. I don't know.
Nice.
What I'm saying? Yeah, so that's coming out. I'll do that next week. For now, I mean, I haven't done it, but eventually.
Cool. Well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll just say thank you for everyone who should wrap today. And guess what? I'm going to stay until the end, which is now.
Wow.
So we're going to say goodbye to the
sign
stream.
off.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll sign off together. We'll stop it together. We'll put both of our hands on the mouse, put our fingers on top of each other, and click stop streaming. In our minds.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
No, we have to do the outro. Actually, I forgot. We have a process.
What?
We have an outro. We play the song. We have a whole thing going on.
Oh, where's the outro then? Play it.
Okay, wait. Well, first we got to do our affirmations and do our shoutouts. Thanks. First of all, thanks Imai for working with us on this new format. Love watching you draw. Sorry for giving you a hard time. We love you.
Well, by the way, that's British for we think you're awesome.
What is?
It's just that.
Oh yeah.
Well,
and you
taking the Mickey.
Yeah, and you know that. We love the stream. Aw, that's awesome.
And we love your stream too. If you wanna watch the playback, I don't know. Yeah. You can tell us, Imai, if you have your playback enabled. So that's you want to watch Imai's stream from the stream section.
Type in your stream URL right now. What's your stream?
Imai the Parrot. Twitch.tv/Imai the Parrot.
Well, how do we follow you? Is it Imai the Parrot? Yeah, let's just do that. Follow everybody.
It's in the live now. It's in the Discord. You can find the link there.
Twitch.tv/Imai the Parrot. Great. Yeah.
/Yummy the Parrot.
And then you can see, Streamception go on. It'd be fun if you embedded this stream in your stream too, on OBS. And then what else? I think that's it. Thanks for doing this. We'll do this every week. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry too.
I'm hungry
Let's
too.
go. Okay. Good.
Well, thank you, everyone. Let's play this outro music.
Here we go.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know that.
Go. Hey players, thanks for watching. Join our Discord at mooseandpolo.com/discord to experience the new and most exciting community on the entire of MySpace. I mean internet. Yes, internet. Let's go. What do you got for us, Polo? Thanks for watching. Let's check out some art. Are you ready? Discord. Let's go. Let's check out some art from the entire of MySpace. Let's check out some internet. Yes.
Let's go. Party parrot time. You are now watching. What do you got?
Let's check out some
time
art
for the Mooseland update.
It's party parrot.
Let's go.
Let's check out some art.
Look at that. You are now watching. Party parrot time.
Let's check out some art.
Let's go. You are now watching. Would you look at that? It's party parrot time. You are now watching. Let's go.
Now for something, let's check out some art.
Would you look at that? Time for the Mooseland update. Are you ready?
Let's check out some art.
Party parrot time. Would you look at that? What do you got? Time for the Mooseland update.
Let's check out some art.
Let's go.